Grind morning. Grind morning. Okay. The last one I just was talking about how my close friend accepted a role. And I kinda hinted towards you know, that the her colleague, her friend was advocating for her. Um but what I really wanted to harp on and really want to give you guys some free game, when you're excellent at what you do, you don't need a reference check. When let that sink in. Um, I was explaining to my daughter yesterday as I was sharing with her the great news about what happened to my friend because she knows her and I, made that connection just so she can see excellence on a regular basis. So to plant those seeds in her too. Um, well, what I was sharing to with her, I said, "Hey, Kay, do you know what a reference is?" And she was kind of hinting towards it. She was just like, she was saying a referral. She was really, really reaching and really, coming up with some good answers. And I just had to explain to her a reference is when, your former employer or your current employer calls to see how you performed at that position. They're going to question your integrity. They're going to, just ask those questions that, the new employer wants to know about just to make sure that they're getting what's advertised as advertised, right? When you're so great at what you do, when you're a master at what you do, and you're at a level of excellence and mastery, you don't need a reference check. You do not need a reference check. And when I heard that, as my friend was telling me, yada yada, this and that, salary, the perks and all of that stuff, no reference check. They didn't ask. They don't need to. And I said some other things that, when you're so great, just, Google me, right? And I was, I'm excited for it because that is truly mastery. That is truly greatness when you don't need somebody to double check, on you. All you got to do is just like the work speaks for itself. The advocate speaks for itself. The advocate has already done the work. And you always got to consider the source, right? Like, so it's like, okay, this advocate came over and is doing excellent and yada 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 and has this background and has proven on so many levels that they're competent, they're excellent, they're just really dope at what they do. And then, hey, I have a friend who's dope as me too, and she'll be great for the job because she has the integrity, the skill set, the experience. Oh man, it's just so awesome to see and hear when you have that. So when you're great at what you do, you don't need a reference. You know, that's like if LeBron James, is going to a different team, he doesn't need a reference check. All you got to do is check the stats. Google LeBron James, right? All you have to do is Google. You know what you're getting. So be great at what you do. Show up. Master your craft. So you don't need a reference check. All right, that's my word for today. And I'll see you guys on the next one.